I had to delete the maps to be able to do this little experiment. Y'all are welcome. Alright, so we are all ready for our little family outing. We got new Luba, old Luba, we got a charging station, and we got an RTK. We should be good to go. Let's go do an experiment. Alright, so I'm starting to get the Lubas configured. I got the charging station and the RTK set up. We have power here thanks to the EcoFlow. I got my Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone. So I am just going to get both Lubas coordinated for this area right now. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but there's a pretty good hill right here in front of me. I'm gonna try to make 2 equal sized squares on that hill, and I'm gonna run both Lubas at the same time. So this is just gonna require a little bit of setup on my part. I got to program both of them to this charging station, make a pathway, and then program 2 squares up there on that hill. And then I'm gonna release them both at the same time. So let's go ahead and let me get these set up, and I will be back with you. It looks like OG Luba got a little jump on the starting line and is gonna make it up the hill first. Here comes Omni in a close second place. OG's already made his first turn up there. Oh, they're going in opposite directions. Since Omni is the one we're most interested in, I'm gonna follow this one. There's OG is making his way down the first hill. My phone's gonna definitely overheat before we get done. So they are gonna pass each other there on the hill. OG is having some problems climbing the hill. I don't know what OG's doing there. Let's go check on OG here. What are you doing there, buddy? You having some problems? Your younger sister over there is doing all right. Maybe. Oh, there goes OG up the hill. I don't think new Luba is having any trouble hanging on to this hill. What's going to be funny is when they both try to go back to the same charging station, they're going to have to fight. I think Omni Luba might be going faster than OG Luba. I think Omni can make these turns better than the old Luba. I'm not even kidding. You know, I think the Omni wheels might be beating out the regular wheels here. My phone is turning to napalm in my hand. It's about to go home and find its house already occupied. So what do y'all think, guys? Was that a good enough test? Do you want to run Omni Luba one more time on a different spot? We can do that. I wonder what it's gonna do. Don't hurt your sister. Oh, this is gonna be inappropriate. We will start Omni Luba again up there on that hill, and we will let it run one more time. Maybe I'll take Omni Luba way over there by that sign where there's a weird curve. That seems like a difficult hill. We'll go try that one. Alright, so I started another task area over by this entrance over here. It's kind of an odd angle because it's a hill on two different sides. So we'll see how Luba does. I told it to mow 1.6 inches. Maybe it's a little bit lower, so we'll be able to see what it's doing a little bit better. I'm gonna set this camera up here that I'm talking to you on now on my tripod. And I'll try to film with my phone, but it's very hot. I might not get to film very long. This Action 3 is a lot more hardy when it comes to heat. I told it to do 2 border passes, but I'm not sure it was set to do the border first. It just fell in a pretty deep hole there. I'm not sure this hill shows up good on camera. It's a pretty decent hill. I have it coming down this hill here, and before it gets to the bottom of the hill, I have it turning. So it should be kind of a rough turn for it. It's almost at the bottom of the hill, but it's starting its turn. So now it's on the edge. Earlier it just kind of drove up through the middle. Now it's on the actual border. My phone is getting very hot. Let me drop it down to 1080p and see if it'll last a little bit longer. We are now at 1080p. Hopefully it's not horrible quality. That was a very big rut. Just plowed its way through. Now it's going down the hill sideways. It's kind of going through the middle again. I'm sure it has a plan. Oh, it's doing its back and forth, kind of at a diagonal there. That's what it's doing. Those back tires are very sticky. And with those tractor treads, man, it does a really good job turning, even on steep hills. On the other side of this highway, the hill is even steeper. I wonder if I could wait until there's no traffic and just drive Luba across the highway and try to do something on the other side over there. That would be funny. There's a bunch of red ants out here and I'm just standing in one spot. Just went through a giant pile of grass and did pretty good. Now you have to remember, these automated lawnmowers, they don't have lift when they cut. So if you have a long leaf grass, it's not going to be your best cut, because they don't produce suction. They just literally cut, is all they do. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go over here and stop it, and we're going to take it across the street to the very insane hill on the other side. This is a massive hill, guys. I don't know how many degrees it is, but it's definitely more than what Luba is supposed to do. And it got turned. I cannot believe it got turned going up that hill. Guys, let me squat down here so you can see this massive hill it's climbing. Coming down is probably going to be pretty easy. Okay, it's trying to go back and forth now. This is where it's going to struggle. Whoop. It's kind of sliding. It is aiming back up to where it slid from. So there is that. It did climb its way back up to where it's supposed to be. It's trying. It did tear up the grass there a little bit. It clawed its way back. You know what would solve this problem is if you have a heel like this, if you did a double cut, it would probably get everything it missed, because it occasionally misses a little bit because it's sliding. But if you did a double cut, it would go the opposite direction. Yeah, it's struggling. Come on, buddy. Editor Crazy Postman here. So I had a thought that I wanted to share. You know, if you did more edge passes, it would probably help you in this situation, because it doesn't seem to slip in the middle. It just has a problem when it's turning around because of the angle. So if you did more edge passes, that would give it more room to get back up where it's supposed to be. This is an extreme example. This is far more of an angle than it's supposed to do. Come on, turn. It missed a little bit again. I don't know if that helps you tell how big of a hill it is or not, standing up here on the street. I'm going to get real close to it when it tries to turn around this time. It's sliding. It's trying. It is tearing up the grass quite a bit, but that shows you how much traction it has. We do have a strong signal to the reference station, even though it's through dirt. There goes my brother-in-law again. He's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. He's gonna come talk to me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop this test. We've pretty much went through the worst part of it, and I call this a success, because that is way more than what it's rated to do. All right, let's go. Everybody's going slow, wondering what the heck I'm doing. You know, it's going across this road pretty quietly. Oh, someone saw me. If they're coming back to talk to me. It is hot out here, guys. I got the Luba loaded back up in the car, and I'm headed back home. Hopefully this experiment explains what everybody needs to know about the Omni wheels. I really like the Omni wheels, and I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me to check out for free. I think the benefit of the Omni wheel outweighs the little bit of slippage that you get on extreme hills. I think it's an improvement. Now, I'm not gonna kick the OG Luba out of bed here. I really like the OG Luba as well with the regular front wheels. I was never one to worry about the grass damage, except way back in the day whenever it did the donut holes. Yeah, that was bad. But that was more of a programming error than a design flaw. So once they got ironed out, OG Luba has been doing me good. I don't think there's a compromise with the new Luba. I think it's fine. If you have an extreme heel, just do a double pass and you'll get everything that you miss. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. I'm gonna try to, before I leave here, I'm gonna try to download an app that will tell me exactly the measurements on these heels, so we'll know the exact percent and degree that they are. I am pretty sure that the heel on the other side of this road was well over what Luba was supposed to be doing. So it's 104 out here with humidity. I'm gonna go ahead and get back home. I still have to get OG Luba reconnected to its own RTK, which that process is really easy. Pairing two Lubas with one RTK, not a problem at all. But you can't have multiple RTKs for one Luba. You can have multiple Lubas per RTK, but not multiple RTKs per Luba. Just remember that one. I gotta rush home, get this reconnected with its RTK, and I gotta remap everything at their house because I had to delete the maps to be able to do this little experiment. Y'all are welcome. All right, so I got OG Luba back in its little makeshift house, and it's already reconnected back to its own RTK unit. It's really easy to swap RTK units. There's a number on them, and it's basically like, just think of it like a channel. Like my RTK unit is on channel 163. The other RTK unit I had was on channel 433. But there's more numbers than that. There's like 163.0.111. It kind of looks like an IP address. But basically, that's just a digital channel to connect to your specific RTK. Because all the other RTKs share the same frequency. So Luba needs to know which one is its RTK. So thanks for watching this experiment. I'm gonna go ahead and leave OG Luba here at my mom and dad's house, and I'm gonna take Omni Luba with me to my house. Now the reason why I always do my videos here at my mom and dad's house is because I have a tiny yard that isn't even worth filming. Probably 10 foot by 20 foot of yard in my front yard, and that's it. I have a little bit in the back, but I don't keep up my yard, so it doesn't really look good. There's a lot more green here, but I will make videos with the Omni Luba at my house if y'all want me to. I'll keep y'all updated on how good it's doing, but for right now, I got to actually remap this whole property, so I'll be busy for the next 30 minutes. It really doesn't take that long. It's very easy to map with the Luba. So I'm gonna go trace the front yard, and then I'm gonna trace the backyard here, and then I'm gonna go home because it's hot. And I guess I'll start editing this video because I know y'all are anxious to check it out. So thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. So I was just wiping down OG Luba here before we go out and do the heel test. I got new Luba chilling over there. But anyway, I was just wiping off this area, and look back here, I noticed something. My port area seems like it is getting rather crusty. I don't think anybody will be using that USB port anytime soon.